5 methods to generate wealth through radical authenticity. Modern psychology reveals a hidden blueprint for prosperity that most gurus completely overlook. We have entered a unique era where your internal intuition outweighs external instructions, making your genuine self the ultimate financial asset. However, a century ago, a visionary psychiatrist named Carl Jung foresaw this shift. He wasn't tracking stock charts, he was mapping the human soul's architecture. In our world of constant grinding and mindless competition, Jung proposed a terrifyingly simple alternative. He famously noted that we are not defined by our past experiences, but by the version of ourselves we choose to embody. Here is the real plot twist. What if financial success today is not about working harder, but about understanding your psyche deeper? What if the shadow elements you have hidden away are actually your most profitable creative partners? Watch until the end of this video, because these 5 strategies are not about quick side hustles or mobile apps. They are about constructing a revenue stream from your most sustainable resource, your inner truth. To be clear, Jung was not a social media influencer. He never launched a masterclass on wealth creation or traded volatile digital assets. Yet, the man decoded the inner structure of our minds better than any modern algorithm. Jung provided a map to access a power far greater than marketing tactics, the integrated self. If there is a secret to success in this decade, it is that internal alignment is the new high-performance hustle. Before we address the money, we must address the concept of wholeness. Jung's pillars of individuation and the shadow contain your missing keys. Individuation is the journey of becoming your complete self, merging your conscious persona with your hidden, subconscious depths. It is about becoming the rawest version of you, rather than the polite mask you wore to satisfy society, parents, or teachers. Conversely, the shadow consists of everything you have suppressed: your eccentricities, your quiet rage, your chaotic dreams, and that wild desire to abandon your desk job for a nomadic life of creation. Jung argued that the shadow is not malicious, it is simply unlived life. And within that unlived life, your unique genius is often buried. Consider a former corporate executive who was objectively successful but internally dying. Her true passion was creating surrealist digital art and writing dark fairy tales. When she finally stepped away from the legal world, she gave herself permission to create without judgment. Fast forward 2 years, she is now a top-tier independent creator, earning a high 6-figure income. Why? Because she stopped masking her inner weirdness and started inviting her shadow to play. That is the power of integration. That is what happens when you stop fighting your nature. We are leaving the industrial age of trading sweat for coins and entering an age of resonance-based influence. Modern audiences do not want plastic perfection. They crave human truth. When you display your full-spectrum shadow quirks and all, you become an energetic magnet. Integration fuels expansion. Your level of consciousness becomes your primary currency. The old paradigm that demanded suffering for survival is falling apart. As automation handles the routine, meaning becomes the new global marketplace. When you stop twisting your soul to fit a broken machine, you realize you are the architect now. Your personal narrative is your business strategy. Your energy is your economic engine. Money becomes a natural result of living authentically, not a prize for silent misery. If you value deep psychological exploration, subscribe to Winds of Thought so you never miss our deep dives. Stay tuned, because you might soon realize your financial breakthrough was waiting inside your own life story. Let us explore 5 spiritually aligned ways to generate income by being more of who you are, rather than less. Warning: these will likely contradict everything you were taught about labor. That is intentional. When you shatter mental limitations, wealth flows to where energy was previously stagnant. 1. Shadow-driven narrative. The alchemy of vulnerability. Your darkest chapters, the heartbreaks, the failures, the periods of isolation are your greatest assets. We live in a society starving for reality. Authenticity is no longer a marketing term. It is a lighthouse. When you recount your journey with self-awareness, people pay attention. They invest in the feeling of being understood. Former victims are becoming influential authors. Struggling souls are building massive digital communities. They aren't selling their degrees, they are selling their depth. Your secret is actually your signature. While the shadow says you should be embarrassed, the market says you should be honest. Income follows the brave. 2. Soul-centered mentorship. Your life experience is the new curriculum. Standard education is buckling. We were told a degree was the only path to credibility, but information no longer equals transformation. You can have an Ivy League education and still be spiritually hollow. People are tired of sterile data. They want lived wisdom. This is your opportunity. If you have navigated a crisis and integrated the lesson, you are qualified. You're a guide because life initiated you, not because a university stamped a paper. We don't need more experts reading from scripts. We need humans who have faced their demons and can hold space for others to do the same. Your personal journey is your highest form of authority. Clients are now hiring mentors based on energetic resonance rather than resumes. Monetizing your growth is not exploitation, it is a service to those still in the dark. Whether you launch a small group or share insights online, remember that your truth is sufficient. The only credentials that matter now are embodiment and presence. 3. Creative transmutation, channeling the unconscious. Have you noticed how your spontaneous creative urges feel electric? That is your soul attempting to communicate. In an economy of clones, originality is the only thing that remains sacred. People don't buy products, they buy a piece of your frequency. This could be anything from intuitive design to dream-based journals. When work is channeled through a healed heart, the world feels it. Your specific metaphors and weird visions are your unique market niche. 4. Frequency broadcasting, using digital altars. Platforms like YouTube and short-form media are the new stages for modern oracles. When your voice carries the weight of integration, viewers stop scrolling. Even a minute of grounded insight can shift a stranger's reality. If you show up as a lighthouse rather than an influencer, opportunities will gravitate toward you. 5. Conscious networking. You do not need a million fans. You need a small circle of true resonance. If you have a specific worldview, others are searching for your tribe. You can build private circles, digital newsletters, or community-funded projects. This isn't about being a master, it's about being a mirror. Create a container where others feel seen, and money becomes a byproduct of that sacred trust. When you know yourself, you stop hunting and start attracting. By now, you see that money is about alignment, but a part of you is likely terrified. That inner critic is whispering that you aren't ready or that you're a fraud. That isn't your true voice, it is your social conditioning. Within your psyche lie universal patterns, archetypes that either propel you or block your abundance. Let's meet 5 characters currently sabotaging your wealth. 1. The perfectionist student. This part demands permission and more certifications before starting. It is the voice of delay, but mastery is found in the doing, not the studying. You are allowed to lead while you are still evolving. 2. The reluctant healer. This archetype feels guilty charging for help. It romanticizes poverty, but you cannot sustain a mission on an empty stomach. Money is a sacred energy exchange that allows your service to continue. Wealth is the fuel that allows your purpose to travel further. 3. The suffering artist. This part believes that pain is the only source of beauty. It fears that money will kill its edge. In reality, abundance provides the freedom for your art to reach its highest expression. 4. The ghost. This character stays hidden to avoid judgment. It equates visibility with danger. But now is the time to be a sacred witness. You can be both gentle and visible. 5. The overextender. This one tries to prove worth by doing too much. It is exhaustion disguised as kindness. You must learn to receive without justification. Money today is about coherence. People pay for your truth, not your perfection. As you heal these archetypes, you become available for the wealth that is already trying to find you. This is the revolution Jung anticipated, a world where inner work produces outer prosperity. Now that you have brought the unconscious into the light, the rules have changed. How do you live this? First, anchor your core vibe. What frequency do you bring to a room without trying? Your business must match your essence, or it will fail. Second, build a resonance ecosystem. Create different levels of engagement, from free content to deep mentorship. Let your business model mirror your psyche, fluid and alive. Third, design your time for joy. Don't build a life around work. Build work around the life you desire. You are here to be powerful, not just productive. Fourth, maintain a creative ritual. Creativity is your spiritual hygiene. Make space for art that you never intend to sell. This keeps your magic sharp. Fifth, allow for constant evolution. Your income will always match your level of self-trust. When you grow, let your brand and your prices grow with you. Jung showed us that the external world is a reflection of the internal. The more you express your truth, the more the universe rewards you. This includes financial abundance, but more importantly, it includes profound peace. Do not just watch this, let it transform you. The era of the mindless hustle is over. We are building a soul-led economy, one individual at a time. If this message resonated, please hit like and share your thoughts with Winds of Thought. Subscribe to join a collective dedicated to living deeper. The future belongs to the authentic. Step into your truth and let the prosperity follow. To truly understand this transition, we must look deeper into the mechanics of the collective unconscious. Jung believed that we all tap into a shared reservoir of symbols and experiences. In the past, this reservoir was filled with images of toil, sacrifice, and obedience. We were conditioned to believe that the only way to deserve resources was to diminish our own light. But the collective is shifting. We are entering what some call the conceptual age, where the ability to synthesize meaning is more valuable than the ability to follow a checklist. This is why your personal weirdness is your greatest competitive advantage. In a world of generative AI and automated systems, your humanity is the only thing that cannot be replicated. Your specific blend of trauma, triumph, and taste forms a unique soul print that acts as a beacon for your ideal clients and collaborators. Think about the concept of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that appear when we are in alignment. When you operate from your authentic center, the universe seems to conspire in your favor. This isn't mystical thinking, it's psychological clarity. When you are no longer fragmented, you notice opportunities that were previously invisible to your hustle persona. You stop wasting energy on projects that drain you and start focusing on the work that lights you up. This focus creates a feedback loop of excellence and reward. People begin to associate your name not just with a service, but with a specific feeling. That feeling is what they are actually paying for. It's the difference between a commodity and a connection. Furthermore, we must address the ego-shadow dynamic in business. Most entrepreneurs build businesses from their ego, the part of them that wants to be liked, seen as successful, or protected. This leads to burnout because the ego is never satisfied. However, when you build from the shadow, the part of you that holds your repressed passions and raw power, you tap into an infinite source of energy. This is the unlived life Jung spoke of. By bringing these hidden parts into your work, you make your business a vehicle for your own healing. Every client you help, every piece of art you create, and every dollar you earn becomes a validation of your wholeness. This is the ultimate high-performance state. Imagine a life where your Monday mornings are filled with the same excitement as your Friday nights. This isn't a pipe dream. It is the natural result of radical honesty in your career. It requires the courage to say no to opportunities that don't fit your core frequency, even if they look good on paper. It requires the willingness to be misunderstood by those who are still trapped in the old paradigm. But on the other side of that courage is a level of wealth, both financial and emotional, that most people will never know. You are not just building a career, you are participating in a global awakening of consciousness. As you step into your power, you give others permission to do the same. This is the butterfly effect of authenticity. Let's look at the practical application of the core vibe. Most people start by looking at market trends. They ask, what is selling right now? This is an outside-in approach that leads to imitation. Instead, use an inside-out approach. Ask, what is the truth that only I can tell? When you find that truth, you create your own market. You become the only person doing what you do. This is the definition of a blue ocean strategy. Competition becomes irrelevant because no one can compete with you at being you. This is the freedom Jung wanted for all of us. The freedom to be an original in a world of copies. In conclusion, remember that the journey of wealth is inseparable from the journey of the soul. You cannot have one without the other in this new era. Your bank account is a mirror of your self-worth, and your self-worth is a mirror of your self-knowledge. Deepen your understanding of your own psyche, and the world will deepen its investment in you. This is the promise of the integrated life. It is a path of constant growth, radical responsibility, and immense reward. The old world is falling, a new one is rising in its place. Will you be a spectator, or will you be a creator? The choice is yours. Step into the light of your own truth. Let your shadow guide your hands. Build something that matters. The prosperity you seek is not out there. It is already within you, waiting for your permission to manifest. As we conclude this exploration, take a moment to breathe into the space you've created within yourself today. You've journeyed through the architecture of the psyche, met the archetypes that hold the keys to your cage, and seen the blueprint for a life of resonant abundance. This transition from the age of labor to the age of alignment isn't just a trend. It's a fundamental evolution of the human experience. You are at the forefront of this shift. Every time you choose authenticity over performance, you are contributing to a more conscious and compassionate global economy. The road ahead may feel uncertain, but that uncertainty is the fertile ground of potential. The ghost in you might want to retreat, and the perfectionist might want to wait for a clearer map. But remember, the map is created as you walk. Your primary job is to stay in the ritual of your own creativity and to trust the frequency of your own soul. When you do that, the right people, the right opportunities, and the right financial rewards will find you with an ease that seems almost magical. This is the future Carl Jung saw, a world where our inner richness determines our outer reality. It's time to stop shrinking and start shining. It's time to stop trading your life force for survival and start investing your essence in expansion. You are capable, you are ready, and you are more than enough. Go forth and create the life your soul has been whispering about. The world is waiting for your specific medicine. Thank you for being here with Winds of Thought. Until next time, stay deep, stay true, and keep growing.